Hi everyone. I want to show you how to utilize your papers you've got laying around, or even the boring ones. And I've already, as I thought about how to demonstrate and show you my ideas, I've already got the suspicion that it would be more than one video, so accept another part. So this idea I had began by I was given by a friend all these book covers to use, of course, for whatever craft I want. So basically, most of them are quite interesting, and I can do many things. Like I can take this as a focal image. I can take part of the covers and use them on little things if it's excusing ATCs or the trading coins, something like that. Me personally, I don't like to use images of people, but I do like the sepia color here. So if I wanted to use this, I would probably take part of it and use it as something that will give me an idea of color, a splash of color on my page, if I'm using it in an art journal. So I don't know what happened, but my throat is killing me. Okay, let's continue. Something like that is really good because you have lots and lots of details. So if I'm using it on ATCs or coins, it will give me a really interesting piece as a background. So I can use this for a lot of stuff. This one is good for a focal image to use. Now this one is quite boring. There is nothing here. The color isn't even quite exciting, but something like that I would take, cut it into stripes, and I will incorporate it with other stripes of different color to make a background. So there is a lot of stuff that you can do. Now I want to show you several things. I'm moving this aside for now. I've already took several of the covers I got and punched them. I have this 3-inch punch, circle punch. So I've already used it on several of the covers. Now you don't have to have this. I only got it something like a week ago. Until now I would just take something round, place it on whatever I want to cut, trace it and cut it, and then you can play with any size you want of a circle. So now I've got the 3-inch punch, so I've already punched a whole lot of circles out of covers. I also have this punch, which I don't know what's the size of it, but and I'm going to also use it. Again, you don't need to have this. So here is 2 boring covers, and I want to show you that you can use them. First of all, of course, I can punch a circle out of it, and it still will be a boring gray, but then here we go. One boring gray circle and another one with text, just for the demonstration. Here we go. Oh, I hate when this happens. Okay, 2 circles, boring circles. One idea: take a stamp and stamp it. Here we go. I've got a sunflower here. I've got an interesting circle. Another one. Now, if I didn't have this kind of stamp, here is another idea. And of course it doesn't have to be a circle. You can cut squares, rectangles, whatever you want. So another boring gray circle that I want to use. So I will take some kind of paper napkin and decorate it. Let's see. I've got so many. I'm looking at my leftovers, and here we go. I can glue it here, I can glue it here, and I will have something really nice to use. For now, let's do it like this very quickly, just for the demonstration. And I'm not trying to be accurate, just for demonstrating what I'm trying to convey here about using boring papers. And it doesn't have to be boring covers. I always get in scrapbook paper things like this. Again, the same boring stuff as this. So just there is a lot of ways to use it. Now I can also, I'm continuing with this gray boring stuff so you can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Another one. And I can do many interesting things by just punching it or cutting it. Again, you don't need to have a punch to make it doesn't open. Oh, okay, here we go. I will decorate it first. Let's see, I'm gonna stamp it with something. Here we go. Again, it's interesting in itself. Now I'm punching it. And if I do a lot of this stuff on a page, it will create a pattern and something really interesting to look at. Just an idea. Okay, here we go. Next, another one, boring, and just a lot of writing, and it's not even a fun stuff to look at. But here we go. I'm going to punch a few circles out of it, and I'm going to put them on a page and do something with them, just so you can see how from even this boring stuff can be something really interesting to look at. Here we go. Now, if I want to go in, I will just remove this section so I can get in with the punch. Here we go. get just another one and from this side. Okay, here are my circles, and moving the punch aside, and this, taking my old book that's coming apart that I'm doing all my experiments on, and here are my circles. Here we go. I'm going to do only, not the double spread, I'm only going to do this one so it can be quicker. And I'm using silicone glue because it's faster than white glue. As you can see, I'm not even trying to put it straight with the text, because the text doesn't interest me, only that it's adding another interest, pattern and color. You are not supposed to read what's on the circle. I'm thinking I'm going to use this, but I'm going to punch a hole. Let's see. Here we go. This is going to be some kind of abstract. Where to put it? I'll go and put it here, and I'll trim the edge later. Okay. Maybe another one. Here we go. So this is the start of my page. Now I'm going to take several colors that will correspond with what I've put on. Like, I'm going to take an orange, and let's see, I've got these two, and black, of course, and I think I'm gonna add some kind of other color. Well, I'll start with this and we'll see where it gets us. This is some, this is acrylic, it's an old one, not great quality, but to smear on a page, who cares? Well, with these colors, it's and with this geometric design, it looks a little bit like something out of the 70s. Well, okay, we'll see what we get at the end. I like how the orange and the black connect together to this shade of brown. I don't know, I like it. So I'm going to continue mixing the two in several places, and as I said, don't know what will come out of it. I'm playing around. And that's why I have this book, just to experiment without caring what will happen. Kind of harsh, and but it's not something I would usually do, not my colors, but who cares? A lot of times I've done something that is not usually my thing, and I found out that I really liked it, so we'll see. Going to trim here. Let's see how much time passed before it gets closed on me. Here we go. Now, this is heavy acrylic. I'm going to use it now. Let's see, I need some circles. Okay, and a little one. And I feel like I really need here some white circles. So let's bring in the white. And here we go. Okay, so I want another kind of circle, and let's see what I can get. Always keeping some lids, circle lids to play with and make circles. I think the white lightens the page. It's still harsh. The colors are really bold and in your face, but to everything there is a place, and I can't always do sweet butterflies and and all lovely colors. Sometimes there is a place for this kind of thing. And as I said, this is an experiment and a demonstration. Here we go. Okay, I like it as a background. I'm going to let it dry and we'll continue. Moving it aside, and the circles. Let's see if I've got a baby wipe here. Okay, so that's one thing that I wanted to show you. I will also show you how I'm going to finish the page because it's not finished. And another thing that I'm doing with all these book covers is taking words out of them. Not always, because not always religion don't interest me, but I can take woman out, and I'm keeping the words in separate place that I have for words. Here are, like, I found freedom and free art and feel free. This is from a book cover, and another one. So you can always utilize whatever you got to use in your art. I'm moving this to a side, and you, another demonstration. Here is another book cover. I can't use it not as a focal image. All due respect, I don't know this person, but I would not use his face for anything. The cover is not interesting. Even the color is can be. I can use it. Now, for something like this, I will just start cutting strips out of it, and then I can use it for collage, because when it's in little pieces no one can see what it was. I can even weave it as to make some interesting background. You can weave your strips and make something really, really interesting. You just need to stop looking at it as a person, as a focal point, and look at it just as colors that are changing on the pieces you cut. It doesn't have to be strips. You can start it can be rectangles, squares, whatever you want. You can collage them on your art journal page and overlap them, and it becomes something really interesting, like so. I hope you can see it. Maybe I will put it like, I'll put it here and bring it close to the camera. Not gluing it right now, just for the demonstration. Here we go. Of course, as the more pieces you will put and overlap, it will be more interesting. So even this kind of cover can be utilized into an art journal page. That will be very, very interesting. So moving this aside also, let's see, what did I have? Don't remember. Okay, I'm going to organize a bit here because I'm starting to get confused with all the information I wanted to give you, and I'll be back. I'm back. So I've just added into all these circles a little bit of this folk art pearl acrylic paint mandarin satin, and I've gone with the Stabilo all-purpose under several of them to make them more pronounced, more more defined. And this is it. This is quite bold, quite in your face, all these colors, but this came to be from just a boring cover for a book. So this is it for now. I hope I gave you some ideas how to utilize your papers and make art with them. So bye for now.